Dear students, we are starting in number theory and trigonometry, unit 2nd, chapter 5th, exercise 5.3. Topic is Mobius function. Definition is the Mobius function mu n is defined by the rule mu n is equal to having value 1 if n is equal to 1, having value 0 if n has a square factor, and value having minus 1 raised to power r if n is equal to p1 p2 to pr, where pi are distinct primes. We give below a short table of some values of mu n for corresponding value of n. When n is from 1 to 10, the Mobius function mu n having value corresponding to 1 having value 1, corresponding to value having minus 1, corresponding to 3 value having minus 1, corresponding to 4 having value 0, corresponding to 5 value having minus 1, corresponding to 6 value having 1, corresponding to 7 value having minus 1, corresponding to 8 value is 0, corresponding to 9 value is 0, corresponding to 10 value is 1. For example, if n is equal to 360, now prime factors is 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 5, that is here 2 having power 2 and 3 also having power 2, then mu 360 having value 0 since it has a square factors of 2 and 3. Now if n is equal to 30, then its prime factors are 2 into 3 into 5, then Mobius function of 30 is equal to minus 1 raised to power 3, value is minus 1. Second, if n is equal to 15, 3 into 5, then Mobius function of 15 having value minus 1 raised to power 2, value is 1. Now taking theorem, Mobius function is a multiplicative function, or second statement, show that mu of mn is equal to mu m into mu n, where m and n are relatively prime number. For the proof, let mn equal to relatively prime, that is greatest common divisor of mn equal to 1. Case first, when m or n is divisible by some p square where p is a prime, then mu of m equal to 0 or mu of n equal to 0 by the definition of Mobius function. This implies mu of m into mu of n equal to 0 in each case. Also, p square divides m or p square divides n. This implies that p square divides their product m into n. This implies that Mobius function value of mn equal to 0. Therefore, value is same in both the cases. Now, case second, when m and n are not divisible by square of any prime number. Therefore, let m is equal to p1 into p2 into so on pr and n is equal to q1 into q2 into so on qt, where pi's and qi's are distinct primes. Therefore, mu of m is equal to value minus 1 raised to power r and mu of n is equal to minus 1 raised to power t. This implies mu of m into mu of n is equal to value minus 1 raised to power r plus t. Also, m into n is equal to p1 into p2 into so on q1 into q2 into so on qt. This implies mu at mn is equal to minus 1 raised to power r plus st, which is equal to mu m into mu n. Thus, mu is a multiplicative function. Now, next theorem, that is F-Merton's lemma. For each n greater than equal to 1, summation of mu d when d divides n is equal to 1 if n equal to 1 or having value 0 if n is greater than 1. For the proof, case first, if n equal to 1, then summation of mu d when d divides n is equal to summation of mu d when d divides 1. There is only single divisor of 1, that is 1. Therefore value at mu at 1 is equal to 1. Now the case second, if n is greater than 1, then by fundamental theorem of arithmetic we have n has prime factors as equal to p1 raised to power k1, p2 raised to power k2, so on pr raised to power kr, where pi's are distinct primes and ki are integers greater than equal to 1, marking this as number 1. Now let fn is equal to summation mu d divides n, marking this as number 2. Since mu is a multiplicative function, so fn is also a multiplicative function. Therefore from second we have summation mu d when d divides n is equal to fn, and this is equal to f at p1 raised to power k1 into p2 raised to power k2, so on pr raised to power kr, using first here, and this is equal to f of p1 raised to power k1 into f of p2 raised to power k2 into so on f of pr raised to power kr, marking this as number 3. Now replacing n by p1 raised to power k1 in second, we get f at p1 k1 is equal to summation of mu d when d divides p1 raised to power k1. This is equal to mu1 at 1 mu at p1 plus mu at p1 square plus so on mu at p1 raised to power k1. Since 1 p1 square p1 raised to power k1 are divisor of p1 raised to power k1, therefore using the definition of Mobius function, mu1 is giving 1 value, mu at p1 is -1 and other terms becomes 0, therefore value becomes 0. Now putting this value in third, total value is 0 for n is greater than 1. Now Mobius inversion formula. The result obtained in the following theorem is known as Mobius inversion formula, that is theorem this one. If Gn is equal to summation fd d divides n for every positive integer n, then f at n is equal to summation mu d into g of n by d, where d divides n. This is Mobius inversion formula. Proof is, it is given that g at n is equal to summation of fd d divides n. Therefore the value of g at n by d can be written as summation of fc when c divides n by d, marking this as number 1. Now consider this term summation mu d g n by d d divides n is equal to summation mu d into summation fc when c divides n by d and d divides n, using first here. Therefore taking summation outside, summation dn summation c divides n by d mu d fc. This is equal to summation c by n summation d divides n by c mu d fc. Since when d divides n, c divides n by d, this implies an correspondence c divides n, d divides n by c, and this is equal to summation c divides n, and when c is less than n, summation d divides n by c mu d fc plus summation c divides n when c is equal to n, summation d divides n by c mu d fc. Now this is equal to summation fc summation mu d. First summation is on c divides n when c is less than n and d divides n by c plus fn summation d divides 1 mu d. Next is summation fc c divides n c is less than n summation mu d d divides n by c. And next term is fn. Here d is dividing 1, therefore d will be equal to 1, this giving mu at 1. This is equal to summation fc into 0 c divides n c is less than n plus fn into 1. Since we are using this concept by F Merton lemma, since c is less than n implies n divides c, n by c is greater than 1 and summation mu d giving 0 value when n by c is greater than 1. This becomes equal to fn, hence this is the required result. Now next formula is converse of Mobius inversion formula. Statement is if fn is equal to summation mu d z of n by d when d divides n for every positive integer n, then gn will be equal to summation fd when d divides n. Now proof is we have fn is equal to summation mu d z of n by d d divides n. Therefore fd is equal to summation mu c z of d by c when c divides d, and this implies summation of fd when d divides n is equal to summation d by n summation c by d mu c g d by c, marking this as number 1. Now putting d is equal to kc in right hand side of first, we get summation fd d divides n is equal to summation kc divides n summation c divides kc mu c g of kc by c. This becomes equal to summation mu c g of k when kc divides n. This is equal to summation k by n summation c divides n by k mu c gk. Using this, since kc divides n implies and their correspondence k divides n, c divides n by k. Therefore this is equal to summation k divides n, k is less than n, summation c divides n by k mu c gk plus summation k divides n when k is equal to n, summation c divides n by k mu c gk. Now this becomes summation k divides n, k is less than n, summation c divides n by k mu c gk plus summation c divides 1 mu c gn. And now this becomes equal to summation k divides n, k is less than n, gk summation mu c c divides n by k plus gn summation mu c when c divides 1. And now this becomes equal to summation k divides n, k is less than n gk into 0 plus gn into 1. And using this concept here by F Merton's lemma, therefore this becomes equal to gn, hence gn is equal to summation fd d divides n. Now taking some examples, evaluate first mu 130, mu 187, mu 270, mu p raised to power 5k, mu of pk, where pk are distinct odd primes. Now for the solution, we have n is 130 and its prime factors are 2, 5 and 13. Therefore value of Mobius function at 130 is equal to minus 1 raised to power 3, that is value is minus 1. And for second, n is 187, prime factors are 11 into 17. There are two prime factors, therefore Mobius function at 187 given value minus 1 raised to power 2, that is 1. Now in third, n is 270 and prime factors are 2 into 3 raised to power 3 into 5. Therefore value at 270 of Mobius function is 0, since 270 has a square factor, that is 3 raised to power 2 divides 270. Now fourth one, mu p is equal to minus 1 raised to power 1, that is minus 1. Mu raised to power p raised to power 5 into q equal to 0. Since p raised to power 5 into q has a square factor, that is p square divides p raised to power 5 into q. Mu pk is value minus 1 raised to power 2 equal to 1. Example second, evaluate summation mu j factorial, j is from 1 to infinity, and solution is summation mu j factorial, j is from 1 to infinity is written as mu at 1 factorial, mu at 2 factorial, and so on. Therefore mu at 1, mu at 2, mu at 2 into 3, mu at 2 into 3 into 4 plus mu into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5 plus so on. Therefore using the definition for Mobius function, first term giving 1, second term giving minus 1, third term minus 1 square, and all other terms giving 0 value, since other terms containing square of 2, and therefore value is equal to 1. Now example number third, show that n equal to 33 satisfy the relation mu n plus mu of n plus 1 plus mu of n plus 2 equal to 3. Since it is given that n equal to 33, therefore mu at n equal to mu at 3 into 11, that is minus 1 square, value is 1. Mu at 34 is value 1, mu at 35 is value 1, therefore total sum is 3, hence the result. Example number fourth, prove that mu n plus 1, mu n plus 2, mu n plus 3 equal to 0 if n is a positive integer. Now we have mu n into mu n plus 1, mu n plus 2, mu n plus 3 is equal to mu of n into n plus 1, n plus 2, n plus 3, marking this as number 1, since mu is a multiplicative function. Now n into n plus 1, n plus 2, n plus 3 being product of 4 consecutive integers, which is divisible by 4 factorial, that is 24. Therefore there exists some positive integer t such that n into n plus 1, n plus 2, n plus 3 is equal to 4 factorial into t, that is 24 times t, marking this as number 2. From first and second, that is value is equal to mu at 24 into t. Since mu is multiplicative, therefore mu at 24 into mu at t, and mu 24 is giving as value in prime factors 2 raised to power 3 into 3 has a square factor, therefore value is 0, total value is 0. Example fifth, if k denotes the number of distinct prime factors of a positive integer n, prove that summation mod of mu d when d divides n is equal to 2 raised to power k. Solution, let n is equal to p1 raised to power b1, p2 raised to power b2, so on pk raised to power bk, where pi's are distinct prime divisors of n and bi is greater than or equal to 1 for all I. Let any divisor d of n is of the form d is equal to p1 raised to power a1, p2 raised to power a2, so on pk raised to power ak. Ai is between 0 to bi for all I. Therefore summation mod of mu d when d divides n is written as summation of mod of mu of p1 a1 p2 a2 so on pk ak ai is from 0 to bi. Since mu is multiplicative function, therefore written as number 1. And now summation mod of mu p1 a1 a1 is between 0 to b1 is written as mu p1 0 mod plus mu p1 power 1 mod plus mod of mu p1 square and so on plus mod of mu p1 a1. First term giving as 1 value, second term giving as -1 mod, and third term and other terms giving 0 value. Therefore total value is 2. Similarly, we can find out other terms value as 2 for each I is from 2 to k. Therefore total term giving value as 2 raised to power k. Now next problem is prove that summation mu d of d when d divides n is equal to -1 raised to power r when where n has r distinct prime divisors. Now for the solution, let n is equal to p1 raised to power b1, p2 raised to power b2, so on pr raised to power br, where p1, p2, pr are distinct prime divisor of n and bi is greater than equal to 1 for all I. Now any divisor d of n is of the form d is equal to p1 raised to power a1, p2 raised to power a2, pr raised to power ar, where ai is between 0 to bi for all I. Therefore this is equal to summation mu of p1 a1 into d of p1 a1, a1 is here 0 to b1 into summation of mu of p2 a2 d of p2 d2, a2 is between 0 to b2 and so on summation mu of pr ar d of pr raised to power ar is from 0 to br. Since mu and d are multiplicative function, therefore now consider first term summation mu p1 a1 d of p1 a1, a1 is from 0 to b1. Now opening the summation mu p1 0 d p1 0 plus mu p1 a1 d p1 1 plus mu p1 square d p1 square, so on mu p1 a1 d p1 a1. Now first term giving as 1 into 1, second term giving as -1 into 2 plus so on, value is -1. Similarly other terms giving as -1 when I is from 2 to r. Therefore making product value is equal to -1 raised to power r. Dear students, try exercise 5.3. If you have any problem, any doubt, then discuss with me. Thank you.